y'all. Well, I am driving through Osage County, and I'm headed from Skytook up to Pawhuska by way of Barnsdall. So let's talk spring break. First off, if you decide that you want to come to Osage County for spring break, and I sure hope that you do decide that, and if you're headed up to Pawhuska, you've got to take the road between Skytook and Barnsdall. First time I took that road, I would have sworn I was in Arkansas or maybe New Mexico. It's beautiful. Tall trees, rolling hills, water in the creeks. It's a gorgeous drive, and I highly recommend it. But let's talk about some things that maybe might not be on the radar of some people if they're just thinking Pioneer Woman Mercantile, Pawhuska. You don't want to miss some other things. You want to have a cultural experience when you come to Osage County and live like a local. Yeah, I'm gonna help you live like a local. So first off, when you're coming up, you need to stop in Skytook. You just have to hashtag shop Skytook. Some of my favorite places to go when I'm there is the Antique Depot. It's out on the west end of town on Highway 20. Great selection of consignments and antiques. And then there's the statuary right next door. And if you're looking for some yard art, this is where you want to go. So, Antique Depot, the statuary. I highly recommend eating in Skytook as well. Max Barbecue, Luigi's downtown is great. Senor Salsa. If you go there, I would recommend their street tacos any day of the week, hands down. But Max Barbecue was picked by Southern Living as one of the best barbecues in the South, and it was the only barbecue place in Oklahoma on their list. So you don't want to miss Max Barbecue. Then as you head up through Barnsdall, if you want to do some things and they take some Instagram shots and some selfies, I highly recommend stopping in JK Feed and Ranch Supply there in Barnsdall. That's Johnny Kelly owns that. Johnny Kelly is the mayor of Barnsdall, but he also has a feed store and does a lot of other things. But there are barbershop chairs in the feed store that the locals come in and have coffee and sit and visit with the mayor about things early in the morning. One of them came out of the barbershop in Pawhuska, and it's actually, the barbershop that Ben Johnson would go sit in the chair. Cowboy actor Ben Johnson from the John Wayne movies. He sat in that chair, and it's there at JK Feed and Ranch. And I'd stop in there, sit in that chair, take a selfie, hashtag it, visit the Osage County, Oklahoma, or hey, how about the smiles are always free? That's the one I like to use. Then, if you have time, and I would recommend you take time, swing by Jeff Wade's Saddlery in downtown Barnsdall, especially if you're going to and from the Ben Johnson Days event in June, or a cavalcade. If you're coming through Barnsdall, swing in the saddle shop and say hey to Jeff Wade. He is known around the country for his saddle making abilities, and his saddle shop is just unique. You can go in there, sit down, he'll visit with you. He's a good man, salt to the earth. That's a cultural experience. You need to go have a chat with Jeff Wade in his saddle shop. You're not living till you've been to the saddle shop in Barnsdall. Then when you head up to Pawhuska, be sure and shop 6th Street at the Waterbury Gallery. Unique items in there, Native American items, great personality. Danette Daniels owns the store. She knows a lot about the history, Native American culture. She has ribbon work in there. I love her store. You want to shop in the Ben Johnson Cowboy Museum as well. Tour it, shop in there. But also don't miss the Osage County Historical Society Museum on Lynn Avenue. And then 1 street west of Kahika, which is the main downtown area, is the Osage Nation Museum, the oldest tribal museum in the United States. You need to stop in there. Marla Redcorn Miller, she is wonderful, and would love to take you through and tell you all about it. Osage Nation Museum. Then, one of my favorite things to do, if you do it in the morning, around 10 o'clock in the morning, because they're not open all day, but you need to go in the morning to Fairfax, to Treats Coffee Shop. Oh my word, you'll have a great time with Luella and Monty. They own it. They make homemade cookies in there and gourmet coffee. They're always surprising me with something new. They ask me what do I want, and I say, y'all just surprise me. I've never had bad coffee in there, not once. And they even have names on their coffees that I might think to my head, I might not like that, but everything is good in treats, as well as the conversation. Stop at the Tall Chief Theater downtown. In their lobby, they have a display on the history behind the best-selling book, Killers of the Flower Moon. Different perspective on that, a little bit additional, sort of like Paul Harvey, things you might not find easy. And Joe and Carol Connor, they own the Fairfax Chief in Fairfax, and they've got a display there on the history, and it's a good place. And then on Saturday night, head over to Shadler to Mandy's Cafe. They are making ribeyes on Saturday nights, and as the one-armed bandit John Payne would say, they're cooked on pecan grilled pecan wood. I guess they cut down pecan trees, I don't know. But it's good steaks. And 9 times out of 10, it's dang good company sitting over there. If you don't know somebody, they don't care. They'll just let you sit down at their table anyways. And John Payne, the one-armed bandit himself, will more than likely be there if he's in town. And you never know what that conversation's going to go to. I like to refer to Shadler as Saturday night in Sioux City because it's just kind of Western. Great place to be. So enjoy. Also, don't miss Hominy. My friend Chade Tullis, he has the Chade Tullis Gallery downtown. Sterling silver and turquoise put together in unique combinations that you won't find anywhere else. And not only jewelry, but home decor, Western art, cool hats. I've gotten some hats from there. Hides, you name it, it's there. Now I've just given you a sampling. This is just sort of an off-the-radar sampling of around the corner things. Not necessarily right there in your face, but there's all kinds of beauty to be found in Osage County. Just the drive-through is gorgeous. I wish you could see where I'm at right now. I love this view. But y'all come see us in Osage County, Oklahoma. It's the place where I like to say the cowboy never rides away, and where the smiles are always free.